You all are watching Prevent-A-Thon. We are now ready to start day 2 officially. After a few technical difficulties, it is finally time. And with that, I am your humble host, Tempest Mask 1000. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our first run, Full Throttle Remastered, any percent, done by Grubby D. Good luck and have fun.
Yeah, thank you all for having me. It's great to be here. I've got my commentators, the woofs and prolix with me. If you guys want to introduce yourselves.
Hey, I'm the woofs. Thanks very much for having me, Grubby.
Hi, this is Prolix here, and yeah, I appreciate being here. It's going to be great to participate in this.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm keenly aware that we're running behind, so I will try to get through this game as quick as possible. All right, let's get into it. So I'll count down from three, and we'll be good to go. All right. 3, 2, 1, running.
Good luck.
Thank you. All right, so we're just doing skips here. Get this all kicked in. Up.
Section is so troublesome here because I feel like it eats your inputs so much. Kicking through the door and then having that conversation with the bartender there.
Agreed. It's like a really click-intensive beginning there before you get a breather for a second.
Yeah, I feel like every writer's had that sort of thing there where you have to interact there. And, sometimes it just goes through and you get all the text skips that you need, and other times not so much. This game is so much about getting good value out of each click, I feel like. Since this one isn't like kind of older Scum VM games where you can kind of hold down, say, like your dot skip or something, and it will just kind of rip through all the text thanks to key repeating. This one, with the remaster at least, it is very specific, one push to one line skip and things like that, so everything has to be very delicately put together.
It's very clicky.
Yeah, it's heavy on the clicking and the pointing even.
It's a lot big. I really appreciate the hiding you just did there. I used to go further behind that spot, and then I see other runners since I first ran this years ago. So you have less walking back to the helicopter thing, as it were.
Yes,
you gotta get those seconds somewhere, right?
There's so much minor tech like that in this. It's just a lot of walking paths and.
Yeah, it was great to see that. I never thought about that and did testing on exactly how far back do I need to be to pass this puzzle versus failing. So nice optimization there. Just thought I'd point out.
That seems a particularly good one, highlighting it too, because the walk back to the bike is also kind of specific to you. You can save a couple seconds by clicking kind of the bottom leg of the tower there, as opposed to going directly over to the bike. And Ben will take more of a direct diagonal there. Just like little things like that all over the run that can be initially maddening, but they do save you time in the end. And this run goes by so quick. Those things really do count.
It's the first big section we've gotten through. We're coming up to the dreaded mine road very soon.
See if you get the nice weird moonwalk thing here. We were talking about this earlier, Grubby. The 1 in a million chance. Yeah. So there's this like a thing here that you can do when you are using the tire iron with the tire here to eventually kick this giant trailer over. There's a strange glitch you can get where Ben will actually kind of moonwalk and sort of clip through the side of it, and it's a significant time save. But none of us have really figured out how to do it consistently. I remember when I was running this pretty actively, I spent a heck of a lot of time trying to figure out exactly what makes it tick, the timings of the the clicks and where to go and stuff, and just really, I don't know, it's a mystery still, but it's kind of an interesting thing. But we were talking earlier about how maybe this is like the 1 in a million chance where it happens again. It's kind of an interesting glitch. But this is the big RNG section here of the run, and if you've ever played this, you know that that's the case. But basically, a bunch of bikers are going to kind of spawn in at random. There's kind of a pool of bikers that come through here, and Grubby's going to take a specific path or a specific order of them, I guess, to try to work through this puzzle. We're collecting items to use on other bikers to get their items, ultimately to try to get access to the cave fish lair. And also kind of upgrade our bike, because I guess we kind of really haven't talked about the story at all. But we're basically trying to get to the Corley Motors headquarters, which is sort of this motorcycle company, to try to save motorcycling as it is, I suppose, to simplify it.
One thing I really love about speedrunning this in a weird way is that it's all about Malcolm Corley and all that, but in the speedrun we never see Malcolm Corley because we skip everything he's in.
That is true. All of Mark Hamill's voice acting, you never know he was in the game. I was kind of doing some research before this just so I knew kind of what was going on, because it's been a minute since I've done the runs of this game, and I was like, oh, that's right, he is the voice of Ritberger, who's one of the one of his associates, if you will.
I'm not surprised that Mark Hamill was doing voice acting for something like this. He was doing quite a bit around this time. Like this was a 90s game, wasn't it?
This is 95, I'm pretty sure. The original release was 1995.
Sounds about right, yeah. This is not a good mine road.
Yeah, marathon luck for sure. He did the voice for Mosley, Detective Mosley, in Gabriel Knight 1, which is like I feel like another one of those adventure game connections there for Sierra.
And then surely he must have been doing the voice of the Joker in the Batman animated series.
Oh yeah, guy got some work during this time for sure.
Absolutely.
This has got to be the clam bake. Yes,
let's go.
Yeah, it comes to show that even though it might not seem like it at first, some actors in terms of live TV can make for some amazing voice actors and make for some timeless performances.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, the cave fish. This is the bit I struggle with the most, so let's see how we go.
Yeah, this is the scariest part of the run, in my opinion. I don't know if you agree, Prolix, but I've lost so many runs on that particular motion right there going wrong.
It is a little nerve-wracking, yeah. I think I got over being psyched out of it only because of a good string of making it happen. You get personal confidence in it eventually, but it could always go wrong.
Yeah, the thing is, if you miss, you fall off the bike, and then you have to kind of keep re-rolling the RNG till it comes back. So it's just kind of a particular thing. I don't know. I always get quite scared there, which probably makes it worse when I'm trying to do it under pressure, but that is a spot there. So what do you have left, Grubby? Are you just going in? Yeah, you're going in now. Cool.
Got off the bike though. Whoops. But that side of the car, it's a bit quicker to walk to it. So yeah, it's sort of going into Mine Road, then out and back in.
This is another example of a super specific walk, going from the ramp down to the bike again. Can save some time by kind of holding Ben's hand, for lack of a better term. The auto walking and the auto pathing sometimes is I don't know. It can be a bit troublesome, a bit slower than you'd expect.
of jumping in and out there because it's quicker than walking everywhere. So.
Yeah, its screen is pretty big, so you'll see Grubby kind of take every possible entrance and then exit it right away.
And I already stuffed it up.
All good, easy fix here. So what we're doing, we've made it to the kind of the Corley headquarters here, but we need to kind of sneak our way in here. So what Grubby's doing is a very classic adventure kind of puzzle here, where we're trying to get a battery as to use that RC car, and then once we use the RC car, we can get access to more of these kind of I don't know, kind of toy bunny things. And we're trying to make it out to that cave that you just saw there briefly. You can kind of see it in the background here. But it's this is interesting because this field, normally you'd say, hey, why don't you just walk across it? But it's full of landmines buried in here, and we don't know where they are. So we're gonna use these charming little bunnies to find the landmines for us to allow us to get across this. And this is a huge RNG kind of section as well, because the bunnies kind of move on their own terms, and good for them, But we would like them to go as straight of a line as we possibly can. So the strat here, and I think you do this the same way I do, Grubby, where you kind of drop 2 at the same time, and you just kind of replenish the bunnies as they blow up. We're almost to the end here. You can see that one forked off there.
They've been forking off heaps there. Yeah, if you drop all of them, they all just sort of explode, and then you have to go and redo that whole thing again.
Don't run out of bunnies.
Yeah, that's the big scary part, because then you have to go back and get some more. Speaking of RNG, this is always a fun one here, dealing with that car, number 27, I think it is down there.
It's not doing the skip.
Good car RNG, though, so we'll take that. This is a kind of a weird puzzle. I'm glad it's here because it's very appropriate for the game, but it can be a bit maddening to figure out casually, I think. But basically, we're going to push this car all the way over and over a ramp over here in the corner. You can see it creeping in at this point. And then we're going to jump over it onto another car. There's kind of an alternative way to do this that I've managed to get better, I guess, like more often than it used to be, but you can actually go directly for the blue car. If you touch the blue car, which is the one that we're kind of going after ultimately, you'll automatically go to the end of this, but you kind of have to confuse the game to be able to get it. So Grubby did kind of the strat that's on both the world record, which he holds, but also kind of the more consistent strat there. I have managed to get the crazy one a couple times, but it was on runs that were already dead.
I could never get it to work. Like, I practiced over and over, and I didn't get it once. And it's like, nah, it's not going to happen.
It's so tough. It's very specific, and I think that the game has to give it to you as well a little bit, so it's not really worth it on a real run.
It is quite cool to see, though. If anyone hasn't, I'd recommend looking that up. And because it's something like casually playing this forever ago. You certainly tried, right? Like, everyone wanted to get past the blue car.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I remember the first time I managed to do it, I felt like I don't know, I was seeing the code in the Matrix or something. It was pretty amazing.
Oh, for sure.
Say, would this be a good time to potentially cut in and read a couple of donations that we just got in?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, thank you very much. Well, we got 2 20 Canadian dollar donations, starting with Hevorius and saying, "Let's go, Grubby D. Good luck on the full throttle run."
Thanks, Hev.
We also got Summer B76, who simply says, "Go, Grubby."
Thanks, Summer.
And both of those donations went to our currently active poll, which is for our Stardew Valley Sam marriage run, which is for getting a pet. And right now we have, funnily enough, both of those went to 2 different options. So between cat and dog, both of them have 20 Canadian dollars in tow right now. But there is plenty of time to tip the scales if anybody is more of a cat person or a dog person. You have full influence on this one, and considering that will be our penultimate run, heck to the yeah.
Nice. Grubby is so quick, we actually hit the end of the run in the middle of that. Look at that. GG's, Grubby.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Time.
Yeah, that was fun. We got through.
Very awesome to see. But thank you for the donation.
Yeah,
big ups to
really
the donations.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a fantastic cause, and it's really nice to sort of promote that and get some donations coming in. That's really good. And that's Malcolm Corley in the coffin, who we never met.
There we go. Big cameo there.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, and big thank you to Prolix and the Woofs for commentating for me. That was fantastic. Yeah, that's it from me. You guys want to do any shout outs?
Thanks for having me, Grubby. It's really nice to be able to talk full throttle. And shouts out to the Speedy Adventures community Discord group. That's if you're ever looking to learn a run that's like a point and click adventure, that's a great place to start. You can find us on most of the point and click speedrun.com pages if you're interested in that.
Yeah, thanks to everyone for watching and supporting Prevent-A-Thon, and yeah, Grubby, appreciate you having me along as well. And I'll do shout outs to, just because I feel like I'll never have this opportunity otherwise, but you know, some of the LucasArts adventure games, of course, were very important to me back in the day. So like Tim Schafer, of course, but also just some of those names like you'd see on like almost everyone, like Nick Jameson or Clint Bajakian and Denny Delk and so on. Like shout outs to them and everyone who helped make some of these games possible. Even though they'll probably never see this, I just felt I'm going to take the opportunity to say, how wonderful those were. And that's all. But yeah, thanks Grubby, and I'll leave it to you or the host.
Thanks, Prolix.
Awesome. Oh, you want to say a quick thing, Grubby?
No, other than I'm going to say a quick hello to Rosie and Wesley, who will watch this on VOD, my kids, later.
Nice. That's sweet. All right, thank you, Grubby. And with that, folks, we are going to cut it to a brief intermission to get to you our Mario Kart DS run by SM MIDI very soon. So stay tuned, and I will see you all pretty shortly.